Hello and welcome to Ruler Waves 3, playing as France on the custom super large plus size, starting in 1890. We are now in 1942, so more than 50 years have passed. It's episode 77, and we are 2 months into a war with France. We have had a little battle last time in the Caribbean, of all places, where we sank a convoy, a light cruiser, and a couple of destroyers. Or was it 3 destroyers? Two are. I think it was 2. It's not important. So we've restructured our forces, and might of the Imperial Japanese Navy is moving into position in the Mediterranean, but we also have to take care of our other colonial assets and Northern Europe and all sorts of stuff going on. And we have high tensions with lots and lots of nations, so maybe finally we will get a world war. Who knows? So let's jump in. And it feels pretty sweet not to have to do that start of year review, because we did it at the end of the last episode. So if you wondered, will there be a start of year review? Yes, there will be, or there was, but it's in the previous episode, in episode 76. Mm-hmm. So we can see the French are possibly sailing a battle squadron around the Cape. We are not entirely sure, and I didn't even notice it until very recently. So if they are, they will hit South Africa when I hit the Indian Ocean, and then we have to sort of decide if we want to go full force into the Med or if we want to hang out with a small stack. And I also now realize that this one isn't over cap here, but it will be over cap once it hits the Indian Ocean, but that's fine. It's only a handful of points. I have this distinct sense that I have forgotten something, but I always have that when I'm at war. So Northern Europe, Indian Ocean, that makes sense. These guys are building, that makes sense. We are invading the Antilles. Now we have 4 light cruisers on station. I don't think that's gonna be enough, so it's not actually going to invade. But that's fine, that's not the point. Or this stack is maybe moving from the Med via West Africa to the Caribbean. That makes sense if the ships started in the Med, so instead of going Northern Europe, Caribbean, they went Caribbean. But whatever the actual reason, it's working. I have 3 light cruisers here now, not a single destroyer. They are coming here. One is repairing, but won't be ready for 2 turns, whatever. So, do I have someone? Yeah, I have some relatively bad commanders here, but it's not important. It's like I said, the quality of the ship crew that matters, and I think all my relevant ships have commanders, so yes. I wish the game could remember that between loads, but it can't. So we have a cruiser action. We have 4 cruisers, 2 light cruisers. Let's see what they have to offer. But again, no destroyers, which is not ideal. Yeah, I think I'll take that one. It's as good as it's gonna get. These are 14 inches, and we are close to the French coast, but I think it's fine. I might come to regret those words. Attack ships in general. Okay. So we have an airbase down here. So we have only 8 fighters, but okay. We can do this. We have plenty of heavy AA, medium, and light AA on all of these. But yeah, what can you do? We know that it's not really all that effective, so partly cloudy, calm. Yeah, we should save, of course. Yeah, and we're at it again. So it's in the middle of the day, so we will have many hours of daylight, perhaps too many. Oh, that was quick. Having scouts is very convenient, and they can probably stay on scout for a little while. Let's just increase the speed. Press the pedal to the metal. You can see that now that we have improved search. Okay, they only have step 2, I think that is. Or is it step 3? I never remember. We have lots of PBs and MBs and fighters taking off, but from various airbases of Tripoli and Benghazi, they are not going to be very relevant. And even Valletta is 500 miles away. So yeah, PBs, MBs can reach us, but it's gonna be these. Well, we are out of range of those fighters, aren't we? Yeah, but the MBs and PBs can reach this area. Same with PBs from this one. And now I regret not having more fighters. Are we in fighter range? Yes. Barely. Oh, here comes the enemy. And they... Was that shooting? Yeah. I will fold these back to screen. Okay. It felt like they started to turn to port, but then they swung hard to starboard. That's fine. And very soon we can get some shots in. Only have front guns, but we can turn the side too. Don't think we are anywhere near maximum speed. No. Remember, these are diesel powered ships, so we should see some acceleration benefits. And you can see the main battery is now fully engaged, even on the rear ship. And we have some ID here. Okay, so we have this Atlanta, it's on all forward, and this on all forward. So these are the 16-inchers, so they can absolutely, definitely hurt me. A little weak on the belt, but good on the deck. Puny turret, so if we can get some turret hits in, would be very convenient. Should have pretty decent crew quality. Yeah, you can see these are my older battle cruisers. They only have 12 on the belt as well. Done. Double. That sounded very British. No, the question is here. You're gonna turn away. Montcalm. What the? No, that's not a Montcalm. That was... Yeah, we lost a turret. Fortunately... Oh my god. That's lost 2 turrets. Well, one is damaged only, but yeah. Fire started. We don't like fires, but now we must definitely turn away because reasons of torpedo crazy attack. Yeah, that was why we couldn't really slip in behind them. That's a bit unfortunate. Are we doing damage? Medium, light. Our 14-inch guns should be able to definitely do decent damage, but the range is 14,000. Yeah, so we're firing pretty flat. Firing pretty flat. Yeah, there are a lot of penetrations, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping not to kite them, that they would turn and present their collective asses towards me, but no such luck. And yeah, I don't have my usual destroyers. So yeah. But we are still holding at 30 knots, so, and only one of my ships have lost Turrets, well, he said, and then I lost another turret. The captain got killed because he was stupid, not on the conning tower. So foolish. Target straddle. Okay, the deck engine room hit deck, but it's just skipped off because it's such close range. Kirishima has taken a penetrating hit to the engine room, yeah. It will just have to fall behind. Much I can do about that. I have an advantage. I started with 40 barrels to his 27, but of course 16-inch guns are much more horrible than 14. Sorry, I can't detach you, Kirishima, because I need all the firepower I can get, because this is pretty horrible. So, are they turning? Looks like they are turning. No, one is turning. Turning in very big circles, and now they are doing the AI thing. And yeah, we actually knocked out 2 turrets on that one and 1 turret on that one. That could be why we are still alive. This one looks like it has very annoying that ship side flags. Can do that. Kind of like the flags, but nothing lost there. I place the flags so you can actually see the ship. Ah, that's gonna break the formation. Torpedo bombers, you good people. They torpedo bomb the light. You could try turning. Again, AA is completely ineffective, and just a couple of torpedo bombers are easily able to hit a light cruiser running at over 30 knots. I don't think this is realistic at all. If it was a large strike package, 2, 3, 4 packages coming in at the same time, boxing it in, yeah, absolutely. But this, no. They already did the run, so why do they even have torpedoes? Huh. I don't get this. I don't think this is very realistic at all. We talked about it before, but I just don't buy it. While the battlecruiser is magically able to just outturn everything. Just making my point there again. So this one can play with this guy. But I will try to make... there you go. Medium damage. They are proving pretty tough, I think. Clearly that the day of the 14-inch gun is not really a thing anymore. Oh, we're down to 6-inch guns now, huh? Cap take on from Valletta. That's a little bit too far, I think. Must say they have done a shit job with the destroyers thus far. Of course, famous last words, because here they come. Wow, what a crappy battle. And just when I was dissing these stupid destroyers, they force me away. And basically just screw up my entire day. And there is no point chasing those guys unless they do a Hong Kong and come out to die. Oh, let's see if we can at least finish this dude at another destroyer. Yeah, those planes. Glide bomb. Oh my god. One hit at stationary target. Very impressive. Do. Let's get the fuck out of here. That was rough, but was not unexpected in any way. How is this guy doing? He's flooding a little bit, but he's going just 10 knots, so that's positive. I knew this was gonna be rough before we could. Our forces together, and these are just my old battleships, or battle cruisers, I should say. No, we are not. Are you going in there? Into the denial zone? No. We are not going to do that. I was gonna night train some of my fighters. Okay. Medium damage, light damage. These were only medium. Yeah. Can look at some of those if we look at the one with... No, that's mine. Yeah, it immediately takes a 16 hit that takes out the turret, of course. 14-inch bounces off. Bridge destroyed. Okay, so he destroyed my bridge. I destroyed his bridge now, but you can see 16-inch guns. Not really built for that. That's why I want to mix them up with my own 16-inchers. They can be fine in the back, contributing some firepower, but not like this. But okay, they lost 2 destroyers and a battle cruisers. We did not actually lose anything, so I'll take it as a win. I think that's excessive to call it a major victory. Although we did chase them into port, and they had more modern ships, so that's a somewhat overweight. Well, thank you, game. I'm not using the 6-inch autoloader. Circular AA screen. Improves AA effectiveness from 0 to 0. Skip bombing. I don't know how effective that actually is. This, I think, is the last amphib tech. I'm always willing to look at it, but oh my god. Firepower 10, is that a thing now? Very fast, but again, range, but yeah, we will take it. Again, unsurprising. Kagi. Now, this we have talked about already. They're not going to contribute anything much anyway, so whatever. So Akagi is actually one of our primary carriers, but I mean, it didn't sink, so we had 1 torpedoed and 1 is overweight because how much overweight? Nothing relevant. Let's not cry about it. Nah. Now let's look at the map. So the Frenchies went back to the Med. I have no idea where that stack in West Africa came from. Maybe it was ships going back home. I don't know. Ultimately not super important. But now things are likely to get more interesting. I'm over cap here. No. Because I am master of the Indian Ocean. Clearly. So the French have not really spread out at all. They have nothing here. Yeah, we should definitely send some forces, but for the time being, I'm relatively happy. I don't think we need to be invading the Antilles anymore, because we are not actually contributing to anything. So we will move ships, and we will move them to Northern Europe, I think. So we have 2 med. This one heavy damage that will take a while to repair, but overall we're in a good place, I think. That saves us some money as well, and I think with the Taiho out soon, we can resume construction on at least 2 of these. Yeah. Fine. And air groups, Olbia, this is expand. That's why we can't have more planes, because we are expanding the base. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. What talking about? This is actually an important post, so let's see if we can find a pose that of average dog average. No, should we invade something else? Well, we have no forces anywhere else, so I don't think this is sufficient to actually invade anything. But I mean, we could try, but yeah, we could very soon invade Tunisia. Ignore that for the time being. Cruiser action. Let's see if we can do enemy unable to challenge us in their home area where we have 4 light cruisers. Well played, France. Cruiser action, but now we have considerably more interesting battle cruisers on site, so let's see what they throw at us. Yes, this is a very different proposal. We have destroyers, and look at the size of those destroyers. We have 1 light cruiser. Yeah, let's do it. So it's almost dawn. We are in much the same position, only on the other hand, but that means way less planes for them. They have a base here in Bonafico or whatever. So we can try to request cap with a lousy 8 fighters. It's not really going to do much. Yeah, I just had a bit to eat. Yeah. We were going locked in, of course. Let's do this. Seems to be only 1 airbase here. None here. It's almost 200 miles, but this is a rather large airbase. 60? No aircraft. I mean, are kind of within range of patrol boats and medium bombers and torpedo bombers and everything. So we only have 8 fighters here, and these 12 fighters absolutely can't reach us. So yeah, it's not ideal. My usual. Okay. So we have the radars. These probably have improved search and fire control, so that should give some solutions. Improved search. Didn't I have a light cruiser as well? Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. Improved search, yes. I'll take this one off AI. Ram it in there. Same with this one. Run a minute. And a little time. Yeah, let's do a full. Oh, they have radar as well. Since they just turned back, they must have radar, right? This is pulling away. They have the same maximum speed, but the light cruiser will accelerate faster. Exactly. Science. But in theory, they should not be able to launch torpedoes entirely without some form of visual cue, but I mean, are they? They are already running away? Okay, yeah. I was actually expect... Why? Okay, yeah, this... Okay, I was thinking they, this big group was guarding the light cruiser, but they are guarding the battle cruisers. But we have gone into attack mode, so that's why they are up here. Now these are catching up. Okay, this is guaranteed a destroyer, and yeah, this is the first dawn line, and we have daylight. So soon. A 4 aft hit, yes. Oh, that was a good volley. He fired his 5-inch guns and hit 4 times. That's not too bad. And this is a pretty big destroyer, so despite taking 3 hits, it's doing fine. It's not a 300 or 400 ton destroyer. I like some. This one is not feeling too good. Engine room hit from Yagaza. That usually is game over. Putao, you can have a couple of torpedo volleys. Putao, what the... It's a 9-inch, 5-inch, 4-inch. It's a modern enough cruiser, but surely they have some battle cruisers here. Even without turning, he completely avoids everything that looks like a torpedo. It's grand. Why can't he fire torpedoes? I don't know. No, you have to go home then. So despite everything, it's just lightly damaged. Kind of disappointing, but okay. Guess that had to happen, since we have no cover. Shiribeshi. Yeah. Look at all of those guys. They're not having a good day at work. Yeah, but can you, this is so meaningless. I absolutely love to target the dead ships. This is better, but it should be unnecessary for me to manually order at least part of the squadron to shift. Admiral Aube. 8 to 16-inch shell with light damage. Early. 4-inch it. It has light damage. Put some 6-inch shells into it. How many guns do I have left? Well, I still have 3 left. Jean Bart. No. This one is going home. This one is... Why is this detached? Confused. Is that badly hit? It only has 2 turrets left. Okay, that's why. We don't care. Another 16-inch hit. Light damage, 30 knots. Okay. That's an impressive little cruiser. And now my formation broke up completely. Not sure why. Okay, here we go. Even with just 2 turrets and all those destroyers. I think our work here is done. Okay, it's eaten at least 3 16-inch shells. So, I mean, you can get lucky even with bombing my destroyers. I haven't done anything to you. Did I actually provide cap? Yeah, I have a land cap. And that's a 6-inch hit, but yeah. That medium damage. Medium is medium in Norwegian. Very original, I know. Huh. Oh, fuck, I have an appointment soon. Another 16-inch hit. One has to assume that it's not actually doing all that well now. Now it's eating 16-inch shells by the dozen. So it's actually a miracle that it's afloat, but I don't think that will last very long. Oh, my guys are torpedoing single enemy destroyers that are already dead in the water. And why are you doing the rounds here? I sent you back because you can't go fast. Yes. Yeah, now the trouble starts, of course, with the enemy. That's actually extremely impressive to be able to hit a destroyer with an airdropped torpedo in this melee. I must say I am very impressed. AAs, as usual, not being effective at all, but torpedo strikes. Wow, whoever programmed the torpedo accuracy in this game. No, but seriously, this is the same time that Repulse and Prince of Wales got into some trouble in the Pacific, and their AA armament is just a fraction of what my battle cruisers are packing. And I have a force that's much bigger. But the force that actually attacked those two British battleships, they were quite numerous, and they were executing a very skilled plan. These were veteran or elite crews that came with multiple strike packages from different directions. And even then, they did take some return fire, so it wasn't like they just could take pot shots. And hitting a destroyer, it's yeah, so this gets very actually very unrealistic, because the chance of these, okay, these are big strike packages though. Now we are talking 16 torpedo bombers. Yeah, that they could absolutely manage to do some damage. That is cool. Well, cool, not cool, but I guess cool enough. But this is also very tragic. Why can't they just get back into the fucking formation? The enemy aircraft are swarming, enemy ships are sinking, we are going home. Yeah, I could raise the flag here, but then my morale goes to shit. Or fatigue goes up, I suppose I should say. That's the correct term. No. Iribeshi, that's the one. No, nothing on the... Nothing on the AA, of course. Yaema, possible sub. I usually do this. Sub. And this one will gladly just drive over said sub. Now, I will actually decide to go up there. Angle with the light cruiser. Makes me more upset than it actually should. One aircraft destroyed, one aircraft destroyed, one aircraft destroyed. So we destroyed 3 of 2 aircraft. Huh, that's pretty good. That I would say is a success. 3 of 2, yeah. One of 3 aircraft destroyed, so we're actually hitting. Destroyer is not hitting. No, it didn't want to join up with the others. So let's slow down a bit. If I put it on screen, will it actually comply? I will core this. I don't want to drag it manually. No, that makes it, of course, a huge mistake. Just goes completely mental. For some reason, these guys can't really catch up, even though I've tried manipulating the speed and everything, but I suppose they just don't want to join up. So there are just 3, and we destroy 1. How many torpedoes can 3? See, this makes no sense at all. I'm of course glad I 2 more. 2 aircraft damaged. Huh. They have quite a few bomber aircraft there. Yeah, very sad, but this is not a naval base. It's an airbase only, so if you thought that we could slip into this is why getting Corsica can be quite useful. But more interesting, it's 1942 and it's been like a few years since we fought the British, and you can see the huge difference in aircraft performance. This is actually oh, we have some cap. Interesting. Let's turn along the coast here. But why are you still up here? This is stuff I will never ever understand. Probably need to take them all. I know they have reduced speeds and all that, but these guys, the top guys, were going up. Yeah. Enemy. Yep. Where are all these aircraft coming from? I mean, this is a 60 aircraft airbase, and they've been attacking pretty much continuously. I realized they could get some support from the mainland, though. Medium bomber, yeah, that makes sense. They could come from wherever. I need to turn off some of these. Enemy fighter shoots down medium bombers. What the fuck are my medium bombers doing? Oh, they are driving around there. Okay. Avoiding torpedoes. This happened in that other scenario as well. We get the option to reduce speed before we actually take the hit. I find that very interesting. Yeah, we are now in the hugely annoying stage. I think you can appreciate that. Yes, this is why we want aircraft carriers when we go on these missions. Yeah, weather limits air operations. Yes, please. Bad weather. I was sure it was my fighters shooting down the bad guys, but clearly it's the bad guys shooting down my patrol boats and medium bombers. Very sad. Level bomb enemy light cruiser. Oh, okay. Let's just look at this. Did it get flooding under control? Yes. No. It's the other one. Yeah, squad max. I try to. Yeah, more bad weather. Yay! We love. Even their airdrop torpedoes didn't actually sink. They hit 2 destroyers. But it's not a huge win because we end up with 2 battle cruisers with medium damage. They had 4. Well, thank you, game, for giving them carriers and me not. They had. That's why we had so many torpedo bombers. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't even consider the possibility. Absolutely should have. And I could have. Oh my god, I could have found and sunk their carriers, but I was 9. No. They were up in this area when I turned away. So, yeah, I wasn't aware that they even existed, so that was never gonna happen. No. Why did I hit pause there? Battle of something. Commissioned. That's good. Cyprus. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, we can do a couple of minutes of taking stock. We've been at war for 4 months. The French are absolutely concentrating their forces in the Mediterranean. They have a light, 1 AV and some KEs and some DDs in Northern Europe. I would still need 96 blockade to blockade them. That would make them come into the North Atlantic to unblockade themselves. So that's, I would say, an option to force them into battle. Would also get them away from many of their air bases and sort of level the playing field a bit, because, well, if it happens in the Bay of Biscay, we have Ireland. But we could also just get on with it and start invading Tunis. Now that we have gathered our strength, we can see that we are somewhat outnumbered, but that's actually fine, because in the Med now we have 6 powerful battleships. Not a lot, but better than whatever the French have. They have they are said to have 9, but you can see the quality is somewhat mixed. Here I unfortunately have quite a bit of damage. These are now at fair, so they will start their movement. Well, you don't have to do like that, but I did, so they will go. Oh, this is starting to lose the speed. Why? No, they were next on the list for refits, but apparently that's not really happening now. Now we have both battlecruiser groups in the Med, so I think it is time to mix them up, because we clearly experienced the fact that, yeah, doesn't really work well to have only 14 inchers. So Tsurugi will move over to battlecruiser reserve. This one will move to battlecruiser 2. Tsurugi will move to battle 3, and Karasawa will move to 2, and that also makes both groups kind of battle-worthy. I will make this the flagship, and I will move this up and up. And this is not a reserve, rename. Okay. So we have this one on the way. They will stay together since they will be slowing down and are all forward. I have decided that now. And yeah, I think I'll do that. But this is fine. It's very sad that there are so many damaged battle cruisers, but not a lot we can do about that. This one is in Northern Europe. And these two are in the MAD. So why are the two working up? But they are fair. Let's send them to the MAD like I planned to. Both are damaged. To the MAD. Need light cruisers. I've somehow managed not to lose any destroyers, so that's absolutely interesting. Yeah, save there. I think that's enough. Could restart these as well. How many? No, it's too much. On some of these destroyers, Claire, I need to get some additional builds going. I think. Yeah, but that's for the next episode. Yeah, that was episode 77. We had a couple of somewhat interesting cruiser battles. He had heavy cruisers that ran away, but he also turned out to have carriers. So maybe the game could give me carriers as well. That would be pretty awesome. You also need to decide what to do with our Taihos. They should definitely get air wings. That's even worse because now my naval aircraft is up to 13,000 because the squadrons are filling up and aircraft are ludicrously expensive, which I find very sad. They should be, I don't know, land-based aircraft in particular should be cheaper, but what can you do? So anyway, thanks for watching and see you again next time.